Hello, it is Cherry, and today we're going to be building a haunted house. So, this right here is my inspiration picture, and you can obviously tell from the thumbnail I didn't copy it exactly, but I did stick with that basic shape, so let's jump right in. So, first I just started with trying to figure out what exactly I wanted it to look like, because I did have an inspiration pic, but I'm like, do I really want it to look like that, or do I want it a little different? And I kind of settled on this for the shape. It actually came together a lot easier than I thought it would, which, is always good. So I used a lot of the vampires pack, and I mean a lot. Like, I'm talking the fences, the columns, the spandrels, um, the brick I use on the exterior, which you haven't seen yet, but that is gonna be from vampires. This trim here that I did on the top floor, which I made the second floor medium wall height, which I kind of regretted later because the walls were so kind of awkward, but I made it work. I hate not using short wall height, but anyways, I digress. Oh my gosh, look at this roofing right here. Okay, this is a mess. Such a mess. I tried to make it look like the inspiration picture. I could not figure out how to do that. So, this is what I settled on, and I think it turned out pretty good. I fiddled with it like a lot, but I think with how it ended up, it looked really nice. So, that's always good because the house is done. And I spent a lot of time on it. But I am really proud of how this house came out. And Halloween is my favorite season. I don't remember if I said that or not, but yeah. So I just had to build something Halloween themed. And honestly, I thought I was gonna go way more all out with the Halloween theme, but I leaned more way more into the like abandoned haunted house kind of vibes. Um, so like I went like I mean, you'll see it later, spoiler alert, but I had like cracks all over the walls, spider webs wherever I could. But I do put some Halloween decorations, have to put at least a few, But I think, we're almost done with the exterior here, at least for the front. I do go back in and I add a little bit to the back, because I cannot with how square it was. So, yeah. And here I'm going in and adding like the thorns and like the ivy and stuff. And I love an excuse to do that. I spent way too much time just doing that kind of stuff. So, yep. I tried to put that like fountain thing on the top floor because I thought it would look really nice there, but I had the water and I didn't want to like squirt out water onto my roof because that would be, I don't know, like super weird. I mean, like if it wasn't the fountain, I thought it would look really good, but I couldn't really find anything. And here, you'll see me struggle for way too long with these roof pieces until I figured out what the problem was. I'm like, why is this not even? It's because the end piece wasn't even. I was going insane, but I never ever use these like roof like things. I don't know what they're called, but like there's the ones from Cottage Living I've never used. There's these ones I've never used. I pull up the Strangerville ones in a little bit because these ones don't fit on my front middle roof like on the top. And I'm like, oh, what does this look like? I've never used that either. I don't end up using it here. Spoiler alert. I don't know if I showed that already or not, but yeah. I stole a little note from little Simsy for this. And put her little pebbles all around, and this is where I go in and make it all Halloweeny and throw in some pumpkins and some spooky stuff decorations. I really should have done more. I wish I did. I wish you could put them on the steps. If I would have done platform stairs, I could have, but that's not something I thought of until literally right now, right the second as I said it. So, yeah, but I've got a little family of ghosts and some graveyards. Maybe we could say that those are their graveyards, or their graves. Um, three ghosts, three graves. I think it fits. Um, and there's where I add the chimney because I'm like, it's too flat. I can't have both sides have nothing on them. Then and then, you know, so I just threw in a chimney. Spoiler alert, again, there's not a fireplace in there. I don't like there is a fireplace, just not in that spot. But I don't like the foundation trim I used, but I feel like when it's everything in the entire build is black and you're zoomed out far enough, you can't really tell. what it is. So I just went with it. I committed. But yeah. So that's that. And here's where I'm doing the back. This is pretty much all I did in the backyard because I'm like, if I'm leaning into the abandoned haunted house kind of vibe, they're not gonna have like a big, fancy, fully decorated backyard, you know? Like, I guess, oh, you know what would have been maybe good to put back there is that romantic gardens picnic table that's got like the moss on the stone. That actually would have been really cute. And now I'm kind of wishing I did that. Um, so if I ever play in this house, which I probably never will because most of the time, almost every, actually, you know what's so funny? I build so many houses, but then when I actually do gameplay, I download houses from the gallery that other people make because I'm like, oh, I don't feel like building a house right now, as if I haven't built a million houses myself. And I will put my gallery ID in the description. It is just cherry red with the E's replaced with X's. But I'll put that down below. Um, but yeah, so this is on the gallery as both furnished and as the shell because I recorded in two separate clips, which you can kind of tell because the format changed because I finally, after a lot of like back and forth, figured out how to get the whole Sims to fit on the screen. So there's like a little bit of black on the edges, but at least there's not part of the whole like the game cut off. I it took me way longer than it should have to figure out that part. Like it really was not complicated, and I was like, how do I do this? Pretty simple. But yeah. So while you sit here and watch me struggle for way too long with figuring out like the wallpaper and like the color scheme, let me like actually introduce myself because I realize I haven't even done that. So, my name is not Cherry. That is not my name, but that is what I have been going by online since like, oh gosh, for about 4 years now, I think. Yeah, something like that. So that is what I go by. I'm a college student. Um, what else? What else? I don't play many games outside of cozy. Well, I don't play anything outside of cozy games. I play The Sims. I play Roblox, usually with my boyfriend or my friends. I play Minecraft once in a blue moon. I say once in a blue moon because it's been a long time. Because with Minecraft, I'm a lot worse about like, oh, I'm gonna play for 4 entire days straight without sleeping, and then I don't pick the game up again for months. Like, I do that with The Sims too, but not as bad as I do with Minecraft. But anyways, and then I also play Stardew Valley, but I also haven't played that in a long time because I think the whole reason I haven't played in so long is because I was at a point in my last game where I'm like, oh, well, I kind of like don't want to do this right now. So then, instead of just, I don't know, starting a new save or coming up with like a cute, fun idea to get me back into the game, I just haven't picked up Stardew since, oh my gosh, probably almost 2 years now, which is insane because I used to play it like every day, like so much. Oh, I do also play Disney Dreamlight Valley, but that's like not something I would ever post a video of because I feel like, I mean, it's so, I don't know. It's something that you would have to like start, like from the start, like show from the start because I'm like, I've got everybody that you can get in the free version without the DLC because I'm too broke for that. But like, I don't know. I just feel like it would be interesting to watch unless it started from the beginning where you don't have any of the villagers, so you haven't met any of these people. I think I'm kind of getting my point across, but yeah. I would love to branch out and play more games, but like I just don't know what. And also games are so expensive. I don't want to be like, "Oh, let me go buy this game that's like 50, $60 and then I absolutely hate it." I don't know, so I just stick to what I know. Um, yeah. Another thing about me is that I did used to like stream on Twitch pretty frequently, and then I kind of just lost a lot of motivation for it a couple years ago, and then I stopped having time because, you know, getting to the end of high school, you get busy. You know, you're taking the big important tests and you're like getting ready for college, and now I'm in college, and so it feels like I've got exams every week. I feel like as soon as the semester started, I was already having exams, and then I just had those exams, and now I feel like it's time for midterms, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like we just started. What? But at least it's October. At least it's the best month of the year. And it's finally actually fall weather here. It went like such a stark difference, and it went straight from like being like mid 80s, almost 90 degrees on Saturday, and then Monday I walked to class in 30-degree weather. It was beautiful. I loved it because you know what? I got to wear a sweater and a jacket. I've been wearing long sleeves all week. Monday, I wore a long sleeve shirt and a jacket. Yesterday, I wore a sweater and a jacket. Today, long sleeve and a jacket again. And I don't even sweat my butt off. So, like, I'm not going to complain about it being 30 degrees because I will gladly take the excuse to bundle up. What I will complain about is in about 2 weeks when it starts to be like zero below, or zero and below, because you know that's how it goes. We get about like 2 weeks of fall weather, and the rest of the year here is just hot or freezing and snow and ice and misery. Um, but yeah, when I just got off work, right, from my actual job, and I get back and both of the windows in my room are open, and it's 66 degrees in here. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. Like I like being cold to an extent, right? I don't have my sweaters and my fuzzy socks and all that stuff here right now. Those are all still like packed away, um, because you know, college dorm, you don't have space. Actually, I have a lot more space than I thought I would. I didn't think I was going to have much space. I've got a decent amount of space in my closet, so like we've got fall break coming up pretty soon. When I go home for fall break, I am going to bring home my fall wardrobe, but guess what? Next week it's back to almost 80 degrees, so I'll have to wait a little bit on that. But I'll finally get to break out my sweaters and stuff, and then I'll probably bring some like I said, fuzzy socks and some gloves, and I don't know, maybe my snow boots and my winter coat, just to be safe. I mean, because you know the weather is so unpredictable. You know how many Halloweens have been our first snow of the year? Like, I swear most, or earlier, or it snows like earlier in the year, you know, before Halloween. So, yeah. About the video now, and not about me. I used this build as the perfect excuse to use the nursery kit, and I probably should have used like one of the more like darker, like more gothic-y colors. Um, but I could not pass up this purple because the purple is so pretty. Purple is like one of my top three colors. I'd say my top three favorite colors are probably purple, green, and to wear if we're talking hmm. Ooh, wait, actually, no, that's kind of a hard question. I'm gonna say top two is green and purple. Pink is up there, but also like, yeah, no. We'll say that. We'll say pink, green, and purple. But also, if we're talking like like colors to wear, right? My favorite colors to wear, and about the only colors I wear other than black, is like fall shades of green, burnt orange, and yeah, no, that's about it. Green and like burnt orange. That's it. I love fall. I love fall colors. I love crunchy leaves. I will walk in a zigzag to class just to step on all the crunchy leaves. I do not care if I look crazy. I've got my headphones in anyways, so, you know. But yeah, um, I'm now working on the master bedroom, which I struggled with so much, but I love how I matched that wallpaper and that bed and that rug. I thought it was beautiful together. I loved it so much. I think my favorite parts of this house has to be that combo of the bed, of the master bed, that Realm of Magic bed, with the wallpaper and that rug. And then the nursery. Oh, it's so cute. I also think the office is really pretty. I think that turned out really nice. And I included the seance table upstairs because it was just, I don't know. The yellow on it throws it off so much. It makes it so much harder to use, in my opinion. Um, but I mean, like, with the paranormal pack, it works. But with this build, it did not. So yeah, and here I go again, adding more cracks and tears and scratches in the wall because yes. And so here you're seeing my solution to the absurdly big master bedroom that I didn't know what to do with, because I'm like, I usually would add in like a computer area, like a desk or like a little couch and TV, but I wasn't putting like technology really in this area. I did put a computer technically in the office, but I used the typewriter one to kind of be like, oh look, it's an old typewriter, but we don't actually have anything like that, so I used that one. But yeah, so I put it in a bathroom to kind of split up the space. And then this bathroom that's in the hallway, I went for that red theme, which I thought was really nice. And then I replaced the seance table downstairs. Obviously, I said I moved it upstairs. Replaced it with a grand piano. Because I'm like, when else? When else do I get to use a grand piano? I feel like this is the perfect excuse. It's a big empty room with nothing else in it except for like the infant playmat. So, you know, it's perfect. And then I realized I still had not decorated the teens room. So this was the last thing I did. And I, like, usually teen rooms are my favorite part, but I struggled with this. I don't know why, but this was, like, kind of difficult for me. I guess I don't usually go for this vibe. Usually when I make teen rooms, I make them obnoxiously colorful. And you'll see what I eventually do with the rug is I use the werewolf rug again, but I make it the whole floor because it fit perfectly. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of love that. So I left it like that. I thought it looked really nice like that. I thought the colors just were perfect. I used that rug somewhere else. I know I did. Well, in that color. I know I used the rug about, I don't know, maybe 4 times in this entire house, which is bad. But you know what? When it works, okay? So, yeah. Now I'm just kind of going through, adding up finishing touches, like more spider webs. And so one thing I forgot to mention, I went through and added dimmer lights to everywhere, to kind of give it a spookier vibe. Just because the bright little saucer lights are very bright, and that kind of wasn't the vibe. So, and then I added some like water stained, damaged boxes around. I don't know why. Just I don't know, more clutter. To be like, oh look, it's abandoned. Nobody lives here. You know. I don't know. I mean, you could live here. You could download this house and move your Sims in, and then go ahead. But yeah, this is just me adding in the lot treats, and then let's go through a tour. So here is the entrance, and there's the werewolf's rug for the first time, and lots of spider webs. And then we go to the piano room. Don't worry, by the way, I did paint the ceilings after this. But I did not re-record after doing that, because I realized this, like, as I was editing this just a little bit ago, that the ceilings looked like this. And then you just saw the kitchen, which I like those cabinets a lot. The living room, I have to say the living room I love too, because that rug with that wallpaper, absolutely everything to me. Beautiful combination. I'm obsessed with it. I think my least favorite room is the dining room. I actually hate it so much. I did not know what to do in there. And we are kind of limited in gross, like, grimy rugs. Oh, there you see Vlad. I used that picture 3 times. Not all the Vlad, but I used in different swatches. Then again, the master bedroom, that beautiful bed, my little awkward space, and my little space taker upper. Um, you know. And then we go into the third bathroom, which is red themed, only a little bit of vampire stuff in there. And then my favorite room, the nursery. Oh, it turned out so cute. I love it so much. That purple is gorgeous. I love it so much. And then my other least favorite room. I call this my second least favorite room. Well, you know what? It's not that bad. I think the rug was a really good addition. I don't know. I feel like I could have done so much more, and I didn't. But yeah, so just here is some still pictures of it. And that's pretty much all. I guess I've got about 30 more seconds to keep rambling, but yeah. So there's the house. Thank you so much to anyone who made it this far. If you did, Like I said, I appreciate you, and please, pretty please, leave a like if you enjoyed, and maybe subscribe, maybe leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite room of the house was. Thank you so much.